I, I hope this started the video. This is, what do you call this? The second cut? First one didn't work. I don't know why. I was looking, I don't know. I just didn't. So here we are on at my film, and I hope you can see this. Let me get back to to my half-life report, before we start. Um, uh, this would have been a good thing to know back when my kids was little, and I guess it's still a good thing to know if I happen to babysit for my great grandkids. But uh, it was interesting to learn about the Euler E because um, it shows how drugs can build up in your system over time. The older you get, uh, if you took something, and that's not unusual to take a certain drug for years. I mean, like my blood pressure drug, and thyroid. If they can build that, that, in your system, I'm not sure that's a good idea, and but I'm really not sure what to do about it. Uh, but here are my reports and my graphs, and um, I just I just wonder, I know some drugs that they do change, but others they just don't ever change, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Uh, Now the bias reports on GMO. I have tried to avoid that for years, and still and question myself on that. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. But uh, there's some brilliant minds that support this, like Neil Tyson. He, I respect him, but and the claim is that they've been, manipulating seeds for forever, and they've been weeding out bad traits in plants, but to my knowledge, have never been adding in pesticides to the genes of the plant. Now, I really believe that's new, and I think uh, after doing these charts and seeing the correlationship between uh, how much we plant and how certain medical conditions are getting worse, and everybody's questioning why there's so many cases of autism these days, and stomach problems. People are getting allergic to wheat and building that gluten tolerance. It's got to be something, and I don't. There's something they're doing to the seeds, and this may be what it is. I think with all the, I think there's enough correlationship between this that they should start some sort of clinical trial, um, to prove one way or the other. Now, I know that the FDA has a difficult job in protecting our health while allowing food for our bodies. I do. I understand that, and I believe in science. But ran that into our genetic makeup of our food we eat, our cells, I can't see how that can be a good thing. I, I, I wonder if really trusting science or if they're considering profit over health. You can't help but wonder about that when you see that causation reports. That it looks highly suspicious. Okay, and now to impaired driving. Looking at all these charts, And I mean, I was scared to death when my son started driving because men, boys tend to be more daredevils. But after both my kids are grown, I found out it was really my daughter that was a daredevil. Uh, she thought she was a race car driver, but I didn't know that. I trusted her. Uh, but I worried. I worried about him. Could I not change my? There I am back. Um, the fatalities in drivers. That's understandable because of the side of the car you ride in. I mean, you're on the inside of traffic. You're most likely to be the one that killed and head on. I mean, not head on, but from the other car coming in the other lane. That's the side he's going to hit him. I just think the driver is in more danger than, say, the passenger. Uh, let's see now, gender. Of course, I mean, like I said, most of the time, men are more a personality, and I I think that's the way we raised them. But it it's just that's the way I always expected it to be. It just doesn't always happen that way. In age group, I see. I mean, there are seniors having more accidents and down the highways, and that's why. And it's true, I suppose, because well, I personally had took a driver's senior class, to keep my insurance from going up. Because you've done something for 50 years. I mean, you think you think you know it. You forget, and it becomes automatic, and you don't pay enough attention without something gets your attention. So, and 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 we're going to talk about down here about the reaction time with alcohol. I think that can go for seniors too. Um, I know my reaction time is not what it was when I was younger. It's just not. So I would say that for seniors, we're probably in the range of reaction time of those drinking alcohol. But then, in another sense, older people can handle their alcohol better than younger people because they've got their bodies become accustomed to it. I mean, I've seen people that I know that drink way too much that wasn't acting drunk. They need to worry about that, really. But anyway, okay, and now to this bin chart. I didn't have a big problem making this bin chart. I did have a big problem getting it this white to go behind it so I could move it around. I worked on that for days. But anyway, I got it done. And so what the report has talked about, I really don't think that we're doing better, even though the charts say we are. I think car manufacturers are making improvements. That is making a lot of difference. The newer cars have that built-in Wi-Fi, and where you can just talk and message. So that kind of leaves, it makes easier not to keep your eyes on the road and do what you've been already doing and nearly getting killed at. Even some cars, they're my daughter's car. If a car gets too close to her on that side, I mean, she gets the message and she needs it. Anyway, then um, I have to say this. I quit driving on freeways at all. I know I'm a danger to other people because I don't have the reaction time that I need to. So there's that. Now texting and driving. Well, I guess I covered that in my last video, or I don't believe that we're doing better. I think it's just manufactured. Okay, let me see, but let's touch on some of my formulas here. I'm sending you this so you can look at them too, but I won't add this. There we go. And I don't think that we're doing better. I mean, I don't think we're actually doing better. The cars are being built to eliminate some of the problems. Now let's go to taxes and the wealth distribution, which I have a big problem. I know back in the 50s, a man could support a family with kids without the wife working. I mean, she had a big job because back then, people they didn't have the convenience that they have now. It's easier, to take care of the house and everything with the dishwashers and things that we just didn't normally have. But men can't do it by themselves anymore. And women, women don't have as much to do at home as they did either. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that women started going to work so their family could have extras, not just to help meet the demand. And that's the way it is now. Women, it takes two people to support a family. You just can't get ahead like that. I mean, a woman's salary back then was meant to have money to put away for future events, emergency, and to enjoy for the family, to enjoy life and have nicer things. Now, it's just not fair. The wealthy don't want to pay you nothing to work. I mean, they want to get millions in salaries. But you're just supposed to get by because you're not smart as they are. I don't believe that. So yeah, and because of that, we'll never be able to get a chart that's not screwed when you consider the wealth distribution. Okay, this is how our tax dollars, the federal tax dollars, is spent. I used this graph. I thought it was a fairly good representation of the one we were working off of. So I used it, and I liked it. I think it's fair. Anyway, and this I added the first one I found when I was researching, and But when I looked at it, it was proposed increases. It wasn't the total. It wasn't the total budget. So uh, I kept it here because I had it already had it done, and it's good information, and it's a good chart. I like my chart. Anyway, so then I found this, and I redid this, and I thought these offset probably were part of this total, but when I totaled it up, they wasn't. So I included them, but I did it like this to show the difference. Anyway, this is my chart, and I'm not surprised that money's in the hands of a few. I bring the trickle down systems that I always thought that we were worth more than that. But anyway, this is salaries for the rich is so far out of range compared to the poor and middle class percentage wise. They'll always, they never, there isn't any way to get a normal distribution. Well, it's one sided. Now, taxes. Let's get on to taxes, and then I'll close. This is my report. This is my graph. But now I noticed I didn't do my formulas like you did. I did mine like this, mainly because when I read those pages you sent me, I noticed that in the raise, we didn't pay the next 22% on the total salary. We just paid it on a number above the first set. So I had to separate that out. And so since I had to separate it out, I couldn't add the 6.9 state taxes to the total. I had to do that separately. So that's the formula I used to figure the taxes. Right or wrong, I don't know. But anyway, I knew that could be done, and I'd worked on that for a long time. I was kind of getting frustrated. When I called my son in to see what I was doing wrong, and he had me figured out, I wasn't doing the double, what do you call it, brackets, or not brackets. But anyway, I wasn't doing the double ones, and so I was, it's been a long time since I did that. But that's just the way I did it on all of them. And from the way that it looks, it looks to me like the single people are the ones that really getting taken advantage of, and that's been the case forever. I always felt like they were getting a penalty for choosing not to be married. Now, when you get on Social Security, you really don't have a choice. I get penalized if I don't file jointly. And since they don't really charge taxes on Social Security unless you make a whole lot of money extra, it doesn't make a difference in how I file unless I get rich. And then I'll probably get out of paying taxes at all anyway. So anyway, this is what I've done. This is my chart, my report, and now I've lost my cursor. There it is. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope this video worked. I'm fixing to close it out and find out. Thank you, and bye-bye.